John Locke and social contract. John Locke is also a proponent of the contractarian ethics. He also believes that state and morals, they are not to be found in the state of nature. They are found only when you build an organized contract. So the contract is the source from which legitimate government as well as ethics flows. Like Hobbes, Locke is also an English philosopher. In fact, John Locke is known as the father of liberalism. Liberalism is a political and social theory which holds that liberty is something which cannot be snatched from you at any cost. You cannot be alienated from liberty, because if that happens, then you no longer remain a human being. So for them, right to life and personal liberty is the highest among all natural rights or human rights or fundamental rights that are available to you. Anyhow, more of liberalism or libertarianism later when we go to that section and how ethics is affected by that. But anyhow, come back to this. So John Locke, the English philosopher, he also believes that we have a social contract. The social contract is actually the mutually agreed thing between all the people of the society, and from the social contract, the government is created. In fact, the government is the protector, enforcer, and guardian of the contract. Lockean ideas had a good influence over both American War of Independence, the American Constitution on one hand, and the French Revolution on the other hand. John Locke says that we follow the contract up until now or up until then, till such time that the contract promotes and protects general interest. You can consider general interest as common happiness. It means happiness for all. Why did we agree to go into the contract? Obviously, because we wanted to protect our rights and property. That's why we decided to go into the contract. Locke says, always hammer on that idea and check whether the contract is promoting that or not. And if suppose you feel that the contract has gone outdated or the contract has some clauses which is not promoting general interest, then people who made the contract have again the right to readjust the clauses of the contract. Readjust the clauses of the contract ka matlab hai, they can amend the contract. Like say for example, we are not happy with something in the constitution, we may delete it. We are happy with something but not totally happy, we may add something to it. So addition, modification, deletion, this is nothing but amendment to the constitution. So if people are not happy with the contract, or the contract has gone outdated, or the contract in simple words is not promoting general interest anymore, then people have the right, this is the right, he says, people have the right to renegotiate the clauses of the contract to that extent so that it again starts promoting general interest. And suppose the government comes in the way of that readjustment, it means suppose you want to change something in the constitution but the government is not allowing you to do that, it means the government is now considering itself as the master of the people, when government is just the protector of the contract. In fact, people are master of themselves. People are the entity in which sovereignty lies. It means people are the supreme. Obviously, in any democratic government, you know that popular sovereignty is the way out. It means the ultimate power is with the people. So people are not happy with the contract. They want to change some clauses of the contract, but the government is coming in the way. The government is not allowing you to change the contract. And that is when Locke says that you have the right to rebellion, or you have the right to revolt, and you throw away the government, renegotiate the contract, and instill a new government which is now properly behaving with respect to the people. It means limited government. The whole idea of constitutionalism, which talks about limited government, also flows from Lockean ideas or the ideas of John Locke. What happened was that in the 18th century, when the English were imposing all kinds of hardships on the colonies in North America, the North American colonies, they demanded only single thing. They said that no taxation without representation. It's a simple thing. अगर आप हम पे टैक्स लगाना चाहते हो तो पहले हमारा कोई रिप्रेजेंटेटिव तो रखो. Where? In the English Parliament, in the House of Commons or in the House of Lords. That is what. In fact, their aspiration was only to go to House of Commons because House of Commons had greater power, mostly monetary power, especially taxation powers. But how did the king respond? The English king responded that no, that's not possible because we have His Majesty's government placed here and you have to follow the dictats of our government. That is when the people, simple people, farmers, peasants, students, ordinary people with pitchforks and with simple tools, they raised themselves or they organized, they rose in a rebellion against the mightiest power of that time. And from 1775 to 83 approx, they launched the American War of Independence. And then there was the Declaration of Independence by Thomas Hobbes. So the American Revolution is highly inspired from the Lockean idea. That is John Locke and his idea of social contract.